we are still in the Europa League, and we are in with a big shout of getting into 4th place in the Premier League and achieving a Champions League spot this season. But can we sustain this over the last 6 or 7 games of the season? Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to West Ham, Part 11, Season 2, in what is the penultimate episode in the beta save. And with 2 seasons almost complete, you can see that we are currently in 4th place in the Premier League. We have played 33 games and we have 56 points, and that means that we are in the Champions League 4th spot at the moment. It is not possible to catch Liverpool or any of the teams above, so 4th is the best that we can do. There are 5 games to go and we are 1 point ahead of Brentford, and we are 2 points ahead of Everton and Aston Villa, 3 points ahead of Fulham. There is all to play for in terms of that Champions League spot. And today we will be playing against Everton away, a very, very big game. And 3 points against Everton will go a long way to helping us to achieve that 4th spot. Personally, I don't think it's possible. If we were out of the Europa League, then I think that there would be a high degree of probability that we would get that 4th spot. But as we are still in the Europa League, I don't believe that that is really possible. After playing Everton, we will then go on to play Valencia in the second leg of the quarter-final of the Europa League, and it's getting very, very tense. We went away in the first leg and we drew 0-0. Can we qualify for the semi-final? I'd like to think we can. I'd like to think we can win this competition, but it's still a very tall order. But before we go into what's been happening both on and off the pitch, as usual, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow and help us to support the very, very good work of the British Heart Foundation. So let's take a look at what has happened on the pitch since you were last with us. And when you were last with us, you saw us have that 1-1 draw against Aston Villa, and we followed that up with the 5-2 demolition of Olympique Lyon, and that was a particularly good result. We had got off to a very difficult start, but we bounced back and managed to hammer them in the end by 5-2. But then it all fell apart, and we played Arsenal in the FA Cup quarter-final. We were beaten by 2-1, and then against Chelsea away in the Premier League, we floundered and we were beaten again by 2-0. But we did get a result against Middlesbrough, and we beat Middlesbrough by 1-0 before we had a 3-3 home draw against Fulham, and things in the Premier League were starting to take a little bit of a downward turn. But against Valencia in the first leg of the Europa League quarter-final, we played very well against a very good Valencia team, and we came away with a 0-0 draw, which will set us up for the second leg and give us every chance of qualifying for the semi-final. But before that, we do have a trip away at Everton, and if we can beat Everton, it will put some distance between ourselves and Everton and make getting that Champions League 4th spot much more of a reality than it currently is. Things off the pitch have been just as mad as they have ever been, and in terms of injuries, at the moment we just have one. Lucas Paqueta is injured. It's a shame. He's still going to be expected to be out for about a day or 2, but it's not so bad. And when he is back, hopefully, given that hopefully we won't get many more injuries, we will have a full-strength squad as we come into the final 7 or 8 games of the season. I don't think it's going to last, but we can hope. And in terms of the dynamics, we currently still have 3 players who are unhappy. Jarrod Bowen, who's been unhappy for most of the season, wanting to leave to go to a bigger club. James Ward-Prowse feels still that there's a lack of quality in terms of the goalkeeping department, and asking to leave Mohamed Kudus, who wanted a new contract, but I didn't have the money to give him one. I've had to place him on the transfer list. There's going to be a lot of people interested in this boy, and at the moment Real Madrid are looking at a transfer, and we're looking at getting in £75 million for him. That will be good money that we can use to replace him, so it's not really something we need to be worried about. What I don't want is unhappy players in the dressing room messing things up in that way. But today we are just going to get straight on with things. We're not going to be messing things up here with waffle. We're going to get straight into both of these games. The first game against Everton away is a very big game in the Premier League, and then we will be playing Valencia. I am going to go and get the team ready now for the game against Everton, and we'll be right back just before the kickoff. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today against Everton is Areola in goal with Stanisic, Pavlovic, Mavropanos and Jurassic at the back. Garcia, Ward-Prowse and Soler in midfield with Lino, Kudus and Tony up front. I have rotated the team with Valencia in mind. I wanted to save a couple of the players. Kudus and Tony will start up front, but a number of players have been rested, especially at the back. And so we owe Everton. Yeah, let's go and tell them. Go and make the difference. We owe them after they beat us last time when they shouldn't have. We are probably favourites to win this, but Everton could spring a surprise. Everton have been a surprise all season. They are sitting just behind us in 6th at the moment, and we have to take this seriously. And here is Pavlovic getting a rare game at centre-back. We do need to rotate better, but that's a poor pass, and we haven't made a very good start as Everton look to come forward. We have stolen the ball, though, and here is Jurassic bringing it forward, looking to get up the left. Can he find support? Yes, he can. He looks inside, finds Mavropanos looking for Eric inside. Garcia, who is a very good player, doesn't get a lot of playing time as well at the moment. And here is Kudus, who is probably going to leave in the summer due to the fact that he is very, very unhappy he didn't get a new contract. And again, we've had the ball stolen, and I'm not quite sure who that was. But again, we shouldn't be losing the ball in those positions. And there's a nice pass, and Lino is in, and Lino has scored. It is Everton 0, West Ham 1. What a perfect start. There's just a minute on the clock, and we have taken the lead. And I did want to be very positive today. We are playing a high line, a high press. I think we're playing with a standard defensive line, actually, because I'm worried about Everton breaking at pace. But we have done well at the beginning. We've taken the initiative to them. That's what I wanted, and we have made it a 1-0, and that means that we are going to knock Everton down a little bit in the league table. But that is good. I mean, we want to defend very well as well. We don't want to be sloppy. We have been a little bit sloppy, but here's Ward-Prowse taking the ball. Well won in midfield. And again, that's a poor pass, but Lino manages to pick it up. Lino bursting down the left. Can he get a cross in? He's having a good game so far. He does. He floats across to the far post, and we can't get on the head of it. Can't get a head on it, and Everton will break through McNeil. And Everton are looking to break. And here they come through. We've got to watch our lines because they are going to look to break a pace, but so will we. And Tony finds Soler looking inside, and Tony is free. Tony's in the box. Can he make it too? It's a good save, and it's gone behind. And we do have to be very, very careful of Everton. They are looking like they could break. There's actually only 6 minutes gone at the moment, and it seems like there's been a lot of highlights. But Lino, that was an attempted little free kick, but there's a nice pass, but Ward-Prowse can't get on the end of it. I am in key highlights, so I don't quite understand what's going on here. And we do have another corner. We are taking the game to Everton, to the near post. It's headed clear, comes out, and we do have a chance, and Kudus has made it 2-0. What a strike on the volley. And now we are 2-0 up against Everton. I couldn't have asked for a better performance in the first 10 minutes. And we've done very, very well. And that's exactly what I wanted from them. And I can't believe how many highlights there have been. There is only 8 minutes gone in this game, and it seems like this game has been going on for a long time. But at the moment, we are reducing Everton to hardly any possession. They have not had a shot on goal. We have been the better side, clearly, and we are 2-0 up, and deservedly so. We have gone up into 4th place, and that means we are 3 points ahead of Brentford now. Brentford, who are playing later, again, away at Leeds. And so hopefully that's where we'll stay, and Leeds will not be an easy game for Brentford. And I'm hoping that Leeds will get something out of that game and that we'll maintain our place 3 points ahead. But as we're coming up to half-time, Leeds, Everton have come back into the game. They have been creating chances. We've stopped creating chances, but we do have the ball. And Pavlovic finds Eric Garcia. I forget sometimes his surname. It goes by Eric on the pitch. And here's Sola. Sola, can he get the ball into the box? No, he can't. Looks behind for Garcia. Garcia finds Tony. Tony back to Garcia, but we've lost the ball. We need to get our foot in there. We can't afford to be giving the ball away in midfield. As Everton look to come forward, they're a very dangerous team. And we have come off the ball at the moment and Everton have scored. And I knew it was going to happen. It's an own goal. And Everton just seemed to come into this game for no reason whatsoever. And we were still giving the ball away. And I need to shout at them and demand more. That was absolutely shocking just before half-time. And we need to do better. And I'm going to go in here and just check that the assistant has got this marking and closing down right. And Everton are looking like they are the better team at the moment, which is quite a surprise because we started the game so well, scored 2 very nice early goals, and I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. They need to be doing better, and you weren't that bad. Keep going, keep going. And they need to go out there and do a lot better than they have just been doing. We need to be much more creative. And at the moment we are creating very little, but we are still in front. It's Everton 1, West Ham 2, as we are coming up to 60 minutes and time when I'm going to be looking at making some substitutions. We do have some tired players out there. We probably need to get some fresh legs on the pitch now. Everton are absolutely dominating this game now and probably will score very shortly. If we are not careful, they have scored. And I think we have to do something different now. This is the worst thing that could happen. When FM changes things, it will punish you. I have noticed this about FM24. They've had 2 highlights and they've scored from both. And when it decides the other team are coming back into the game, it punishes you and you have to act quickly. We didn't. I'm going to go and make some changes now. And so we have changed the system and we are going a little bit more attacking now. I've got to try and get the initiative back off Everton. They're just simply ruling the roost here. And they have come back to 2-2 from what was a shocking start. And we have not done anything since Everton have come back into the game. They have totally dominated the game. We have been absolutely shocking in terms of what we've been doing. And it is going to be Everton again, and it wouldn't surprise me now to see us lose this match. The problem is, it doesn't matter if you change things, because once it's happening, and we'll make a change just for the heck of it, just to show that it doesn't make any difference, because once it's decided, then there's nothing that you can actually do on the pitch anymore. In FM23, we used to be able to change the way the game went, but you can't anymore. And once the game decides to change things, it punishes you. Let's hope it's going to decide to change it in our favour again. As we're looking to come forward, and Alvarez, who's just on the pitch, to Aguirre. Aguirre finds Kudos, and Kudos has scored. We are back in front, and maybe the game has switched now to having us go back into the lead. I don't think it's anything to do with the way that we've changed things. I did alter the line, I have altered the tactic, but I don't think it's anything to do with that. I think the game has just swung in our favour, and I do think that I need to go probably back into a more defensive style now, and what I'm going to do is go into the low block. And so we have gone into the low block now, and just an effort to try and close down this game. We need to just hold on to this 3 points. We have still some very tired players out there, but I hope that we can hold on. There's just 4 minutes left, but it's going to be another highlight for Everton. And every time that Everton have had a highlight, they've scored. So I'm obviously going to be a little concerned. But we have won the ball, and here's Alvarez. Alvarez has men over, and Rooney is bursting down the right. He's got 4 in support in the middle. He didn't find any of them, and it's cleared. Comes out to Everton. They are going to look to counter, but Lino picks it up. He finds Gillickson over the top, can't find a man, and looking for Danny Ings, couldn't find his man, but Everton are breaking now. It's nip and tuck here, and he was offside there, for sure referee was offside. Everton are in, and it's 3-3. And every time Everton have a highlight, they score. And we don't get many VAR decisions overturned. It doesn't happen. The opposition always score when there's a VAR. We, on the other hand, always have goals disallowed when there's a VAR. It's going to be a goal. No, it's being disallowed. Everything is changing in this game. The whole pattern of things is changing. I have to shout at them and demand more. They are not good enough at the moment. And if we're going to beat Valencia, we're going to have to play a lot better than this. There's just a few minutes left. Hold on. Just hold on, boys. And pick up this 3 points. It's really important when we get the 3 points here. There's just a minute or so left, but Everton will have a free kick right at the death. And are they going to score from a set piece right at the death? It's a good save and out for a corner, but it's not over yet. This is going to go right down to the 90th second of the 90th minute. It's just playing me around. Let's clear the ball. Let's get rid of it. And Everton are coming back into it. Are they going to score on the death? No, it's headed clear. It comes out. It's going to come to nothing. It is full time. I do wish the game would stop doing that. I'm making my nerves jangle all the time. We have beaten Everton, and we weren't at our best, boys, but we got the result. And that means that we are in fourth, and Brentford beat Leeds, unfortunately. So Brentford are going with us. They are a point behind us, but Everton have gone now 5 points behind us, and that is what's important. We need now to focus on Brentford and getting ahead of Brentford. I have another game coming up now, and we are going to be going to play Valencia in the quarter-final of the Europa League. Can we get to the semi-final? I'd like to think we can. It's 0-0 after the first leg. We're the home team. I'll go and get them ready, and then we will see you just before kickoff. I'll be right back. And so the team for Valencia, possibly the biggest game that we've played so far this season. A win could take us into the semi-final. So let's go out there and let's kick some butt. We need to get some results on the board. Lately, we haven't been playing well. We did well against Everton, not as well as I wanted. But today, we can put the icing on the cake and get to the semi-final of the Europa League. The team for today is Areola in goal with Celik, Aguer, Alvarez and Jurassic at the back. Musrati, Ward-Prowse and Bargi Rooney in midfield with Bowen, Soler and Tony up front. Kudos is desperately in need of a rest, as is Mavropanos, and so we've had to rest those two players. But we have players capable of getting results. Rooney can come into the team. He is a very good player, and our home form is important. Let's go out there. Let's make a difference. Let's get to the semi-final, boys, and let's go out there, let's kick some balls, let's play some football and get to the semi-final. We have a team that's good enough. Can we do it? I'm really not sure. Valencia are also a very, very good side, and we do know that FM no longer is very supportive and caring, and if it needs to punish you, it will punish you. And at the moment, we are just about edging it. We've had most of the possession, but it does look like we're not, again, creating very many chances. With almost 20 minutes gone, we've had both the chances in the game, but there hasn't been one that you'd think of was a highlight. And it is a very dull game at the moment, a very nervy affair if you're managing the team. We need to keep doing what we're doing. We have got most of the possession, 60% of the possession as we come up to 30 minutes. I'd like to think we can get a highlight soon. We've had all the opportunities, but we need to get a goal on the board. And here is Soler. Soler is looking to break forward. Can he get it into the box? A nice, hard, low, drilled cross would do. Comes to Rooney. Rooney, we do have a chance. It's gone out for a corner. Jared Bowen could not put that away. We probably, although I won't be managing in the summer, Jared Bowen would be up for sale. Kudos would be up for sale. But that would mean a lot of money coming in. And we do have a chance, and it has gone straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. So Bowen and Kudos probably on their last chance, as it were. We have created all the chances in this game, but we haven't been able to score yet. And that is something we need to address in the second half. They've not been good enough. Tony has been poor, and he needs to step it up a little bit more. He will be told at half-time it's not acceptable, and our shooting has not been good enough, boys. We need to tell him that. Tony is not playing well enough and needs to be told that he's not being good enough. Get your act together. He looks fired up. Let's see if he is fired up as we go into the second half. We may have to replace him very shortly. We'll keep an eye on his 6.4. It's not good enough at the moment. We are dominating this football match, but not creating things that are opportunities that would be deemed extremely favourable and extremely high XG. As Tony looks for Rooney into the box. A ball across finds Jurassic, and it has hit the post. It's gone out. Is it going to be one of these days? We are totally dominating them. We are hammering them. In fact, we just cannot get our shots on target. And we're going to have another chance from the corner. Rooney crosses it in. It goes to the near post. It doesn't get it onto the head of anybody. Ward-Prowse just inside the box finds Aguer. Aguer trying to get it back into the box. He takes the shot. He's hit the post again. That's twice we've hit the post. Into the middle. What a chance. And Rooney has made it 1-0. And finally we have taken the lead. And probably just before I'm about to make substitutions, Rooney has been in excellent form, and Aguer did extremely well and hit the post. Bowen's inside pass was deflected onto Rooney, and he put it away at the far post. It is West Ham 1, Valencia 0. This could be a good episode, but it is going to be a Valencia with a highlight now. And Valencia are looking to get it into the box. We have won it in the box, but lost it again. And it comes to is a chance, and what a good save by Areola. And a very rare foray into the West Ham penalty area, but we have kept it out. I think it's time to make some changes. And so we have made some changes, and I think possibly I need to just shake up the opposition instructions as well, just make sure we're on the case there, and ask the assistant manager to update those. We have dominated the game. We have been much the better team, although Valencia are coming back into it of late. We've simply been much better. We've underachieved against our XG. We should have been doing better up front, but we do have another opportunity into the box, and it's a good save underneath the crossbar. 15 minutes to go, and we don't want to let Valencia back into this game. I'd like a second goal if possible, boys, so that we can relax a little bit and just play the game out. But Aguer, who's having a tidy game, despite the fact he's only on a 6.7. I think he's had a very good game. And here comes Lino. Lino is looking inside for Marmol. And here's a chance for Lino. Lino's in, and Lino has made it 2-0. And finally, perhaps, we can relax now. And we have got to the semi-final of the Europa League. I would like to think we could get to the final, this team, and even possibly win it. But there are going to be 4 very big teams left in the competition now. And it's going to be touch and go. Any one of the 4 teams can win it, I suspect, but that includes us. We got to the final last year. I believe we can do it again. And really, the only English team left in it, which would be my concern, are Tottenham. And we have beaten Tottenham this season every time we have played them. I think the Bargy is very tired now. He probably needs to come off. And we need to bring somebody on as our right winger. I actually don't have anybody who can come on for him. I'm going to bring on Stanisic as the winger there, because he can play as a wing back, so he could probably play in as a winger in that position. And we do have another chance, but it has fallen to Valencia. Maybe that's not a good move by me playing Stanisic as the winger, because here come Valencia with just 5 minutes left. They are going to get a consolation, but it's a good save by Areola. With FM24, I always feel when the opposition are coming forward that they are going to score. I sometimes felt that in FM23, but not as often. I just feel every time the opposition come forward, they're going to score. We have won this fairly comfortably, though. We are in the semi-final, and it's a good job well done. Well done, lads. A good job done, and we're in the semi-final. And now Tottenham are through, and Hoffenheim are through. AC Milan must be favourites to win it, as well as West Ham. I wonder who will get in the semi. But it's been a very, very good performance. And what we are going to do now, as we go into the last part of the season, is we are going to come back for the last 2 games of the season. We'll be here on Monday for those last 2 games. And it might be Newcastle plus the final, or it might be Nottingham Forest or Newcastle in the Premier League. Whatever it happens to be, we are coming back for the last 2 games of our final season here at West Ham. And that's it for this video. If you are brand new to the channel, as usual, if you like FM content, you love to see people suffer playing this game, well, I can definitely tell you, you are in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow, and help us to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. It's been a good episode. A tough victory against Everton, but a comfortable victory in the Europa League quarter-final. We will be playing Tottenham in the semi-final. Anything could happen. All that remains to be said now is stay safe, take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.